Who is the Muslim Brotherhood? In 2010, Egypt's president and leader of the Nazi Muslim Brotherhood asked his fellow Egyptians to nurse our children and our grandchildren on hatred for Jews and Zionists. The Muslim Brotherhood's history of anti-Semitism goes back to its founding. Its leading figure, Hajj Amin al-Husseini, collaborated with the Nazis, declaring that Jews were the enemies of Islam and had been for 1,300 years. He made explicit appeals on the radio to Arab listeners to kill the Jews. In 1946, when Husseini returned to Cairo, he was enthusiastically welcomed by Hassan al-Banna, the Muslim Brotherhood's founder. In a secret bulletin intercepted by OSS agents in Cairo, al-Banna said of Husseini, quote, "Yes, this hero has challenged an empire and fought Zionism with the help of Hitler in Germany. Germany and Hitler are gone, but Amin al-Husseini will continue the struggle." Al-Amin Husseini, the Grand Mufti and close ally of al-Banna, was Hitler's VIP guest from 1941 to 1945, before joining al-Banna in Egypt in 1946. Nazi Germany financed and helped build up the previously struggling Muslim Brotherhood in the 1930s and 1940s as the group disseminated anti-Jew propaganda. Today, in television interviews, Morsi characterizes the Jews as quote-unquote bloodsuckers, warmongers, and refers to Jews as the descendants of apes and pigs. He also declared, "The land of Palestine will not be freed except through resistance. Who is our enemy? The Zionists. Who occupies our land? The Zionists. Who hates us? The Zionists. Who destroys our lands? The Zionists." Mohammed Badi, the Muslim Brotherhood spiritual leader, made the ridiculous conspiracy claim of quote-unquote Jewish world control, spreading of corruption on earth, and recommended holy jihad as the remedy. Futa Abd al-Nabi Mansur, the Muslim Brotherhood top cleric, called on Allah to destroy the Jews and their supporters in a sermon delivered in October.
الله سلط عليهم طوال التاريخ من يؤدبهم نتيجة إفسادهم. آخر تأديب كان تأديب هتلر، ما فعل بهم، وإن كان مبالغوا في الأمر ما بلغوا، ولكن استطاع أن يوقفهم عند حدودهم، وكان هذا أدبا إلهيا، تأديبا إلهيا، عقابا قدريا لهؤلاء. والمرة القادمة إن شاء الله ستكون على أيدي المؤمنين. كل ما أتمناه في ختام كلمتي هذا أن يهيئ الله لي في ختام حياتي فرصة للذهاب إلى أرض الجهاد والمقاومة على كرسي متحرك، فأطلق رصاصة على أعداء الله اليهود.
Youssef Qaradawi, the spiritual leader, said in January 2009 that Hitler was a divine tool sent to punish the Jews, and called on Allah, saying, "Do not spare a single one of them. O Allah, count their numbers and kill them down to the very last one."
We have today in Egypt a regime that openly calls for the destruction of Israel. The news media controlled by that regime daily call for genocide against the Jewish people, for another Holocaust. They praise Hitler, they praise the Nazis, they praise the murder of 6 million Jews, and they promise to perpetrate the same type of Holocaust against 5.5 million Jews in Israel today.
Barack Hussein Obama congratulated the genocidal Muslim Brotherhood leader Mohammed Morsi when his victory in Egypt's presidential elections was made official, and invited him for an official visit to the U.S. in September 2012, even though the United States Congress stopped any foreign aid to Egypt because of terrorism and human rights violations. Obama showed his loyalties when, without any vote and completely bypassing Congress, he gave the Muslim Brotherhood $1.5 billion in mid-2012. Obama was quoted saying, "And where Congress is not willing to act, we're going to go ahead and do it ourselves." Even though sequestration cuts are being endured by the military, Obama is still funding their military and sending 200 state-of-the-art Abrams tanks and 20 F-16 fighter jets to Egypt as well. And the list goes on. Recently, Obama and Kerry have declared that the administration will be giving Egypt's increasingly anti-democratic and Nazi Muslim Brotherhood government another $250 million in return for promises of economic reform, which will rise to $1 billion if that reform is deemed quote-unquote successful. In other words, Obama is arming a nation dominated by violent Nazi Islamist terrorists, even after the Morsi government had adopted Sharia law as their constitution. The Obama administration is working with Egypt to provide $375 million in financing and loan guarantees for American financiers who invest in Egypt and $60 million investment fund for Egyptian businesses. All of that comes on top of $1.3 billion in military aid that the United States provides Egypt already each year.
And this Egyptian regime, controlled by the Muslim Brotherhood, an organization of terrorists that were involved with al-Qaeda and 9/11, and that openly call for genocide against all non-Muslim infidels, this Muslim Brotherhood regime in Egypt receives billions of dollars in foreign aid from the Obama administration, and Barack Hussein Obama wants to give them even more aid. And the Israeli government has diplomatic relations with them. What type of policy is being pursued here? What type of insanity are we witnessing?
Perhaps someone in the media could ask President Obama to explain his administration's priorities and why, so soon after warning us that doomsday was at hand, the interests of Islamic totalitarians apparently come ahead of Americans and Jews. We need your help to spread the truth. Join us at jtf.org.